It's Friday, July 9th, and I just returned from Kathy Hanna's home just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Got to spend some time with Mike, Kelly, and Terah, the Bowling family. And this is the first time since the accident there's been an exclusive, in-depth interview with them about the accident. The length of the video of the interview is such to where you'll probably have to play it in different sections. So here on the site, you're probably going to see maybe 3 or 4 links you can click to watch the entire video. It's over 30 minutes long. But I just wanted to bring to the Singing News and Solid Gospel and all Southern Gospel fans information straight from Mike, Kelly, and Terah about that day, the accident, in their own words. So here's the interview. Well, the first thing that people will want to know is your current condition. How are you on this Friday? What's today's date? Do we know, anybody?
Today is the 9th.
Friday, July 9th. How are you on this Friday, July 9th? Kelly, how about you?
Well, you mean as far as injuries?
Yes, status of your injuries.
My L1 vertebrae is crushed, compressed, broken. But yesterday they told me they did not think I would have to have surgery, which was wonderful news to hear. No guarantees on that, but as of right now they're correcting it with a brace, and I have a fractured foot. Right foot is fractured. We go back in a few weeks to check back up with them. But other than that, I'm bedridden. If I don't have a brace on, I'm, of course, with the walker or wheelchair, but I have to wear the brace at all times except like right now laying flat. So laying flat's become my new favorite thing because the brace is not my favorite thing. So this is how you'll find me, right here.
What are the doctors saying as a best case scenario for you?
The best case scenario, they can't promise that there won't be pain, forever. But I'm just claiming. I've got so many people praying for me. I just refuse to believe that. And, they can't promise that if I wear this for 3 months that there won't be a surgery still ahead in my future. But I'm still just believing the best. There's too many people praying to believe bad news. So we're believing for the best. And, it could be so much worse. They told me there was a fragment that was, how do I say that, broken off from a bone fragment that could have gone to my spine that didn't. So, they told me that I was a very fortunate, blessed person that could have left me paralyzed even. Mm-hmm. So we're just looking on the bright side and thanking God for that we can even feel my legs, and thanking God that I can get around somewhat right now. This is just temporary, so it's not forever. So Thankful. My current condition is thankful.
Mike, how are you now? What's your current condition? What are the doctors saying?
Just long road to recovery, and but I'm like Kelly. I'm thankful. It could be a lot worse, and got some skull fractures, and it's hard to think you mess his head up. But just probably 8, 12, 13 weeks to recovery, just to get back to normal. A lot of headaches.
It has to be very
had to be still, and
just very much a challenge.
which is hard for me. I'm pre-ADD, and so
they tell him not to even take the trash out. Just he has some bleeding in the fractured skull.
They did a CT scan the first day, and they had some bleeding on the brain, and then they did one the second day, and it had stopped. So that was what they were looking for. So that's a good thing. The neuro guy yesterday just said, it's just going to take time to get me back to normal. That he thinks I should have a full recovery. I'm thankful for that.
Terah?
I'm good. I'm thankful too. My elbow is just like a throb. It's not broken. I went and had an x-ray and it's not broke. But other than that, I'm good.
Who can speak for everyone else that was in the bus? Kind of give a listing of who was in the bus and their current status.
We can start with the girls. Our 3 daughters were on the bus. Hope, our oldest, is just sort of banged up a little bit. Everybody's a little bit banged up.
She's going to the doctor today.
She's going to the doctor today. Her back's been bothering her since the whole accident. So, but we think it's minimal. You know, Caitlin, our middle daughter, had a laceration that goes from here to here. The plastic surgeons had to come and stitch it up. It was a pretty bad laceration. It was very scary at the scene. Lots of bleeding. And then she broke her clavicle. And she went yesterday, and they took her bandages off, and she broke the clavicle in 2 places. And if I'm not mistaken, she goes back today for that to get that seen too. So she's on the mend. You know, obviously we wish she would have gone unharmed, but she's on the mend, and they did have a great plastic surgeon in there to fix this, so we're very thankful for that. Our baby girl had a huge knot on her little jaw, and it's black and blue right now, and green and purple, but other than that, I don't think there's a scratch on her, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the girl's condition, and we're so incredibly thankful.
Yes.
Anyone else in the bus?
Yeah, our sound man, Chris Honnold, has been with us about a year. He was there. He had a few bruises, but I think he was pretty much the hero of the day as far as getting us out of the bus, you know, at the scene. Then our piano player, Spencer Talley, he's got I don't even know they figured out if it's broken or not, but it's like his foot is green. It's fractured. And he was sitting in the buddy seat up in the front of the seat, which was first told that I was ejected from, which I was laying behind. I really wasn't. But he was in the front seat, and he's just a miracle to be alive. And it threw him toward the back of the bus instead of out the windshield, and we don't really know how that happened, but it's just a God thing. He's recuperating in Arkansas. And who else am I forgetting?
The bus driver.
Bus driver, Dan Peters, he lives in Virginia. He's recuperating. He had a sprained wrist, and not a wrist, but a ankle, and
was pretty unharmed considering he was driving.
Pretty unharmed since he was driving, but he's really upset, and just, you know, I've talked with him. And, you know, as a driver, you feel he's feeling that responsibility, and you know, just tell him, you know, it wasn't his fault, and, but he's doing good. He's recuperating in Virginia. I think that's all. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the moments prior to the accident. You know, what you were doing in the bus just prior to the accident. Then we'll talk about the actual impact, and then shortly thereafter. Who would like to talk about that?
We were on our way to. We had bus trouble the night before. We'd been in the shop all night, and finally, our report time for the Inspirational Network, where we were going to do a video segment with Jeff and Sherry and Janet Pascal, and I don't know who else was there, but we were almost there. We were late, but on kind of the bus trouble, but we were almost there, and I guess we were within 20 minutes of our date when the crash happened.
What were you doing though?
What was I doing?
We just stopped to eat.
We just stopped to eat, I guess. The only thing I can remember is I was holding Caitlin, our middle daughter, and we were all up front in the front lounge, just sitting, you know, just like we normally do, and that's just the last thing I remember was holding her.
Terah, where were you?
I was right beside Mike, right on the driver's side, in the back. We're, I think, just watching TV, weren't we? Just talking. Yeah, just kind of like a normal day. Yeah, just waiting to get there.
Kelly, what about you?
I was in my bunk. I heard them say they were going to stop duty or whatever. I don't know where I was when I heard that, but I had sort of been sick to my stomach a little bit, and we had a friend. We forgot about Melissa, man. Yeah, we had another friend that had just gone for the weekend, just for fun, and she was sort of helping out with the girls, but she had planned to, like, I think a few months back, she had this week planned that she wanted to just go on the road with us. She's a school teacher from Alabama, been a family friend for a long time, and so I told her, I'm like, just keep your eyes on the girls, if you will. I was a little bit nauseated. I thought I'm going to lay down because I knew when we got there we were running behind. We were doing TV that night. I knew that we were going to have to get camera ready, and that when we got there it was going to have to be quick. And with 3 girls, you know, just it was fixing to be chaos, and I knew that.